Peter Louganis died of cancer in 1991. By that time, Greg had finally made his peace with his father, but when Greg was a little boy, he was very hurt by his father's neglect.
That's where gymnastics, dance, and diving was my salvation, because it was something that I was excelling in. And, you know, if it's your entire self-esteem is based on, you know, how your diving workout went, you know, because you didn't feel that you had anything else to offer. I mean, that's how important it was to me. And that was how important it was to be successful.
Greg, by 12 years old, pre-adolescent, you were already a very depressed kid, you write.
Mm-hmm.
So depressed that you tried suicide.
Mm-hmm. You know, I believe a lot of suicides, I mean, you don't die of committing suicide, you die of sadness. And I understood that I was so sad it hurt.
You took pills?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't work, fortunately.
And it didn't work. And I was like, damn it, you can't do anything right.
Where did you get the fire in your belly to keep going when really you were a depressed kid?
My salvation was diving, because then I could focus on that. And unfortunately, I mean, if I had a bad workout, I had a bad day. If I had a good workout, I had a great day. I could deal with anything. Yeah. So it was a lot of high highs and low lows.
How was it?
I think that was all right.
I thought it was terrific.
I'm still pulling a little bit too hard.
When you were training, how many dives did you do a day? How many hours? What was it like?
Sometimes I think we would do upwards close to 100 dives a day.
You're your toughest critic. Yeah. It's a good thing you weren't a judge. You'd still be at the '88 Olympics diving.
I'd still be in my first workout.
Louganis' most difficult dive is a reverse 3.5 off the 10-meter platform. To give you some idea of what it's like, it's the equivalent of jumping from a 3-story building, doing 3.5 somersaults in less than 3 seconds, and landing headfirst in the water at 32 miles an hour. Do you say something to yourself? I hear you sing something to yourself when you're out there.
The song that's always been a real standby for me is Believe in Yourself from The Wiz.
What are the words?
If you believe within your heart, you'll know that nobody can change the path that you go.
He's got the silver for sure. Oh, great finish, Greg.
If it was like a real tight competition and I knew that everything depended on this last dive, then I'd always say, no matter what happens, my mother's still gonna love me.
Both Louganis' mother and father came with him to the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. He was, at the age of 16, the youngest diver at the Games. He came in second and won a silver medal. He was an Olympic wonder boy, but to himself, a miserable failure.
I won the Olympic silver medal. I didn't go there to take second. I went there to win. And so I felt like I let my coach down, my family down, my country down.
In 1976, during those Olympics, you came to terms with something else in your own mind.
Yeah. I don't think that I had come to terms with my sexuality, my sexual orientation, but I was understanding what it was.
You realized you were homosexual.
Right.
And that you had known this somehow or other since you were a very little boy.
Since I was a little boy, yeah. Yeah. I knew I was different, and I didn't understand what that difference was.
Did the other people in the team know you were gay?
I didn't try and hide it. You know, I didn't try to have any false life or anything like that. But I mean, on some of the trips, it was really hard.
Did they shun you?
Yeah. Nobody would room with me. I mean, I was lucky to find one person on the team that would room with me.
But it wasn't publicly known.
It wasn't publicly, no.
The United States boycotted the 1980 Olympics in Moscow to protest the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. But by 1984, Greg Louganis, at the age of 24, was in the best shape of his life, ready to compete and hungry for the gold. Louganis fulfilled expectations. He won the gold medal on the 3-meter springboard and then went on to win another gold in platform diving.
He did it! He did it! Greg Louganis is your gold medal winner in great style.
Louganis' Olympic achievements should have led to major lucrative endorsement deals, but he only got one. When everybody else was getting endorsements, the only endorsement that you really got was from Speedo. Do you think that's because other people, other advertisers, whatever companies, thought you were gay?
I think that was, you know, I'm sure that it was definitely an assumption that I was, and that's, I believe, the reason why people stayed away from me.
In Louganis' private life, there was little joy. During this time, he was involved in a relationship with a man who physically and verbally abused him. Louganis prefers to call him Tom, not his real name, to protect his privacy. He was your manager, your lover, and awful to you. He stole your money, hit you, took you years before you kicked him out.
Yeah.
Why did you take this abuse from this Tom?
I thought I deserved it. Yeah, but I didn't think that I had anything else to offer other than my diving. You know, who else would have me?
When we come back, the blood in the pool and the questions that are being raised. Could others at the Olympics have been infected? And why didn't Greg Louganis warn them? Barbara has more after this.